Good morning everyone! Happy Monday! We are in my kitchen again, starting off another Eat at Home challenge vlog. I'm going to be making pumpkin spice mini loaves this morning. I want to use up the rest of my canned pumpkin, and I found this recipe online that I really liked. I started reading the reviews of that recipe and something kind of jogged my memory. I checked the Word document where I keep all of my tried and true recipes that I've kind of tweaked a little bit, and the recipe was already in there. So I've actually tried this one before and I really liked it. I used to have this little recipe collection. It was actually a box of physical recipe cards that I printed out and I made notes on, little adjustments and tweaks, as I'm prone to do with pretty much any recipe I try. I had this little collection, but then I fell out of cooking. At around the same time, we started going out to eat a lot and getting takeout and delivery a lot. So I really wasn't cooking all that much anymore, and I also started decluttering at around this time. So I went and I decluttered the entire box containing all of my old recipes that I loved. Fortunately, most of these recipes were found online, so I can definitely go on and rediscover the recipes. Sometimes when I remember something that I cooked in the past that I want to recreate, I can't remember if the recipe is in my Word document that I keep just on my Dropbox, or if that recipe is from that hard copy collection that I decluttered. I think I end up researching recipes a bit more than I need to, especially in the case of today when I already had the recipe in my collection. I'm gonna jump into a time lapse now because I've been listening to podcasts while cooking, and I'll come back on to chat once the pumpkin spice mini loaves are ready. Pumpkin spice mini loaves are in the oven, and I've got Lulu here and a dirty bowl that held the canned pumpkin, which she is staring at. She loves canned pumpkin. This is just plain pumpkin with no spices or anything like that in there. I left the dirty bowl on the counter the entire time because I knew I was gonna give her some after. I was gonna take a bit on my finger and give her a tiny bit of pumpkin. Do you want a treaty treat? Yeah? Okay. I think so. Oh, yummy. Good girl. Sweet girl. Just a little bit more. Not much left. Yummy. Is that good? Okay, last bit. Okay, I'm gonna go get some work done now, and then I will show you the loaves once they're ready. These look and smell so good. They just came out of the oven and they rose really nicely. I know you can't really tell from this angle. I can't wait to dig in, but I'm going to wait for hubby. Let me just tilt them up a bit so you can see. Oh, they look so good. The recipe doesn't call for nuts, but I wanted to put some nuts on top. I did 4 with chopped walnuts and 4 with chopped pecans, and I'm really happy with the way these look. I really want to dig in, but I think I'm gonna have some Ezekiel bread and hummus with sauerkraut as my breakfast, and then I'm gonna save these for maybe dessert today. Truffle is having a hard time jumping in and out of his litter box yesterday. He seemed to be catching his back foot on the edge, so we gave him this tray as his litter box. We've had this tray for ages. I looked on Amazon to see if I could buy him a new litter box, but everything seemed either too high or too small, so I started looking around the condo This tray was holding his food and some of his little treats and such, so he was essentially using it already, and now it's his litter box and he is really taking to it. I gave him fresh litter and he knew right away to hop inside, and he peed almost immediately, so I think he likes it. And now he's having a much easier time jumping in and out, which is nice. He is rather old. I think I've mentioned he's 8 now, so that is rather mature for a Netherland dwarf, but he is still doing very well. I just don't want him to hurt his back paw, so I figured this would be a better option for him. The other litter box has pretty high walls. At the lowest point, it's about 4 inches and a bit, and this tray measures 3 inches all around. Hey everyone, Hubby and I are back at the Apple store. We are checking out the phone again. I forgot to include a clip in my most recent vlog. I will include the 10-hour clip in this vlog. Hi everyone, I am at the Apple store testing out the new iPhone XR.
So you just have to do it online. Yeah, so you know how you found this section on the website? I didn't rent the car. Yeah, so free burgers. We don't sell them in the store.
I'm assembling my faro bowl. I just have a little bit of spinach in this pretty tiny bowl. I'll probably have 2 bowls of this, but I want this to be mostly vegetable because I'm not that hungry. I ate breakfast really late and hubby actually had pizza at work, so he's going to make a similar bowl, but he'll probably not put the spinach in the bottom because he had a salad for lunch along with the pizza. On top of the spinach, I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of peas and corn. I've layered on top the faro. This was cooked in chicken broth with a bunch of different herbs and seasonings. This is the sous vide chicken I made yesterday. I'm just going to be putting a little bit on top here. Just warm this up in the microwave. This is basically what my faro bowl looks like. I'm also going to be putting on some Frank's Red Hot or some sriracha. It is Tuesday. It's around 11:30 and I have a few hours before I have to head out again. So I'm going to take a little time to hopefully film a video. I want to film a tea haul. First, I'm going to be making refried beans in the Instant Pot. This is another recipe from pressurecookrecipes.com. Thank you so much to the person who recommended that. I think it was Tiffany. I love that site and there are so many recipes I want to try during my time off. I'm going to do another little time lapse. I hope you don't mind the kitchen time lapses. I like getting in my groove, and especially when I'm trying a new recipe, I don't really want to talk through it because I don't know how it's going to turn out. Let me know down below if you're into the time-lapse footage. I find time-lapses really calming to watch, but maybe you don't find them all that interesting. It's going to be another time-lapse in this vlog until I get your feedback, and I probably will still do them, but I could reduce them if you guys aren't really into them. Let's get started with the Instant Potting. I just got back from the grocery store, so I'm going to be doing a little haul for you guys. But first, we're going to feed this little puppy because she's hungry. Is it dinner time? Is it dinner time? tacos tonight, I decided to make burrito bowls. So I picked up 2 packages of tilapia, bought some sour cream. This is the light version. This we're gonna have with our burrito bowls tonight, and I'm going to be using it to make turkey stroganoff. Last time I made the stroganoff with 14% sour cream and it was very, very creamy. So I thought I would give this one a try this time to lighten it up. But a 3-pound bag of carrots. I've been liking to pickle these and to have them with any type of Asian food. So I thought I would pickle some today and maybe put it in my burrito bowl. Bought a lime. The avocados at the grocery store weren't ready, so I'm gonna try making the guacamole with frozen avocado. Hopefully it'll turn out. I've never tried it before, but we have some frozen avocado, so I figured I would experiment with that. I also bought a bag of onions. We go through onions like crazy. I think we go through like a bag a week. I also picked up a zucchini, some blackberries, and the base of our burrito bowl is going to be brown rice. And that is it for my grocery haul. The beans have been sitting in the Instant Pot for quite some time because I was out for probably over an hour. Hopefully they are okay and not too mushy. I just took a look at the refried beans and they look fantastic. This smells exactly like how refried beans should smell. So I am super excited. It says to drain off the liquid, but there isn't all that much liquid left in here. I'm tempted to just use my immersion blender on this and see how it turns out. I went ahead and used my immersion blender and just blended all of the liquid and all of the beans together, and I think the texture is pretty perfect. I am so excited about this recipe, and I'm just gonna have a little taste. Might need to add some salt. It's really good. It does need some salt, so I'm gonna add that in and then mix it up, transfer it into a bowl, and I may try doing the rice in the Instant Pot as well. I'm so excited. I actually love refried beans. I read that they freeze really well, so maybe I'll freeze a bunch of it, but yeah, don't judge. I'm totally eating the rest of this out of the pot. So good. Oh my god, I'm just like my dog. It's so good. I just did quick release on the Instant Pot, and here is what the brown rice looks like. I'm gonna fluff it with a fork now and see what the texture is like. Oh, it's actually really nice and soft. I just wanted to show you guys what the frozen avocado looks like. I haven't used this before. Let me know if you've used frozen avocado. I saw a blog post talking about using frozen avocado for guacamole, and she said just to have it thaw on the counter for about an hour, and then it should be ready to be turned to guacamole, so we shall see how it goes. Here are all the components of our burrito bowl. We've got the brown rice with a little bit of green onions. I also squeezed some lime on top. The guacamole turned out okay. It's really just smashed avocado with some salt and lime. Saw the refried beans already. I also did some corn with some cayenne pepper, some lime, and some salt. Here is the fried fish, just pan fried with some salt again, some pickled onions, pickled carrots, the sour cream, and some shredded cheese. The burrito bowls were amazing. I'm really full though. I had 2 bowls. For dessert, we're going to be having the pumpkin spice mini loaves that I made. This is the one with walnuts on top. We're each going to be having one. I warmed them up in the microwave with a little pat of butter, and then I sprinkled some icing sugar on top. So delicious. Good morning, everyone. I'm looking a little more dressed up today because my friend and I are going to a taping of CityLine. I am so excited. In the past, I used to work from home with the TV on, and I would always watch CityLine. I would think to myself, if I wasn't working, I would definitely want to go to these tapings, and now that I'm not working, I am going. I'm gonna have my tea very quickly. This is the Angel's Dream. You will have seen this in my tea haul. Thank you to Crystal for recommending this one. I'm gonna give it a try right now. It smells really good. That is really nice. I taste the hint of maple. I feel like when I smell it, I smell a little bit of anise, but maybe that's the blackberry flavor. It's really coming together nicely. I like this a lot. And I'm just having it black with no sugar. There's a natural sweetness to it that's really good. I am on my way. I'm gonna try to walk underground because I'm worried about the rain. Almost there. I had to open my jacket because I am so hot. I'm really sweaty. I I am back from CityLine. The taping was so much fun. My friend and I really had a good time. The episode where we're going to be in the audience is going to air next Wednesday. I can't wait to see how the episode turned out. It was really neat to see the behind the scenes and see them shooting it. In case you guys aren't in Canada, CityLine is a show. It's kind of like a talk show that focuses on health, wellness, fashion, and those sorts of topics. We got a bunch of goodies for attending the show. I'm gonna show you exactly what we got. First of all, we got some Lego. Specifically, we got this fun set. It's Lego Duplo. It's for ages 1.5 to 3. So this is a cute little something that I will be passing on to someone in my life. As well, we got an issue of Today's Parent magazine. Again, not really something that applies in my life, so I will pass this on along with the Duplo. We got a really nice cookbook. This one is called Pasta Pretty Please. And it's all about making colored pasta. When I was watching that show on Netflix, Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, I was actually really interested in making your own pasta from scratch. That segment that was in, I think it was in the Salt episode. I just found it fascinating and I may give it a try, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'm going to leaf through this and see if it's something that I want to keep in my collection or maybe pass on to a friend. We also got some probiotics. I don't take one right now, but I actually have quite a number of samples in my stash now, and I will start to take them to see how my gut responds to them. Oddly enough, I was quite excited about this. Do you guys take probiotics? Let me know down below. We got this $25 gift card to TSC. Not sure if there's anything on here that I need, but I will take a quick peek at the website, and if not, I will be passing this on as well. We got a clean canteen. I didn't even know this was in here. This is awesome. Oh, this is from Cliff. Okay, so we got a big gift bag from Cliff. I actually already love the Cliff protein bars. Hubby and I do buy them, although we're trying not to eat as many protein bars. Reason being, we're trying to eat more whole foods, but I really do love Cliff bars. They also gave us this little lunch bag. That's interesting. It's got a zipper top, and there's something in here. There's a little bottle opener, very handy, and a portable charger. How nice. We also got this reusable bag with bars inside. I was the most excited about this. You guys know I love food. I just mentioned how much I like Cliff bars. We got an entire box of the hot chocolate flavor. So there are 12 energy bars in here. I've never tried this one. Huh. We usually buy the protein bars, although we have had the energy bars as well. But I'm very curious to see what that's like. And then they gave us a ton of their new product. These are the Cliff Kid variety. We got the apple filled with almond and cashew butter, as well as the chocolate filled with peanut butter, and finally the double peanut butter. Oh, I love peanut butter. So that is everything we got from CityLine. I had so much fun. I received my order from well.ca and I wanted to show you guys what I picked up. Oddly enough, I picked up some salsads after drinking that sprucey beer. We actually had 2 of them and the second one was better. That one was a bit more floral and a little bit lighter in the sprucey soapy flavor. And we like that one a lot more. That one was called Black Spruce, and the first one, which really tasted like salsads, was called Balsam Fir, I believe. If I were to buy that again, I would stick with the Black Spruce. But anyway, this is soap. Picked up 2 more tooth powders. This is the extra bright variety. 2 more containers of this raw honey. I love this stuff in matcha lattes, also in oatmeal. I am super excited about this. This is pickled ginger, so the type that you get at sushi restaurants. A lot of the pickled ginger actually have artificial sweeteners or sugar substitutes in there, but this one is all organic and all natural, so I'm very, very excited about this. I bought another package of coconut flour for baking, as well as some cornmeal because I want to make cornbread. I also picked up some millet. I've never cooked this before, but I've been experimenting with different grains. The last grain I discovered was farro, and it's now my favorite. My friend swears by millet, so I'm going to give this a try. And finally, I picked up some raw cacao nibs. I wanted more of the powder, but they were sold out of it, so instead I just bought this. I figured this would be good for baking and maybe sprinkling a little bit on top of something sweet. I got these 2 little samples. One is a prebiotic, which I'm very excited about, and the other one is the elderberry crystals. It looks like it helps with cold and flu. And that is it for my well.ca haul. Hubby's gonna be home in a couple of hours, so I'm just gonna have a light snack. This is 1 serving of yogurt, 175 grams. I just used some regular honey, not the raw honey. I thought it would mix in a little bit easier. Topped it off with some blackberries and some hemp hearts, and then this is just some plain yogurt, no sugar or anything like that for Lulu. It is Thursday today and I'm in a little bit of a tailspin. There's not going to be a whole lot of vlogging today because I am packing for Ottawa. I'm leaving for Ottawa tomorrow morning bright and early. I'm only staying one night, but I still have to bring all of the essentials, and I just checked the weather in Ottawa and it looks mighty chilly. I'm trying to get all of that in order because I actually have to leave the condo close to 3:30-ish because I'm volunteering again tonight. The shift is going to be quite long. It's from 4 to 11. I'm helping out at the Design Exchange again, and it's their big gala fundraiser. All I have to do is stand in the lobby and greet people, so I think it'll be very low stress, hopefully. There isn't going to be a whole lot of cooking today. I'm basically just eating leftovers and trying to finish off some food that I've made in previous days. So today's dinner will be a burrito bowl before I leave for the Design Exchange, but I'm feeling a little bit hungry right now, so I may have some yogurt. I am drinking the creamy oolong. I don't want to tilt it too much, but here is what it looks like. Again, I'm drinking this black with no sugar and it tastes really, really good. I wanted to talk about the guacamole that I made using the frozen avocado. It actually turned out pretty well, but the avocado has a slightly different taste and texture to a properly ripened one that you would buy from the store and open up at home. The chunks are a little bit of a harder texture. I'm assuming it's because they're not quite as ripe when they're cut up and frozen. They also taste a little bit sweeter. I prefer, of course, fresh avocados that you buy from the grocery store, but it can be tough to pick out a good one, and sometimes you don't want to wait to make guacamole because you have to plan it out 3-4 days for the avocado to ripen on your counter. So I think the frozen avocado is actually a really good alternative. Tonight's event at the DX, I was really worried about the dress code. I thought I'd have to wear a suit, but I think that's still my conservative office mindset. When the dress code came out, I kind of gave a chuckle because all it said was wear all black, look professional, and red lipstick is optional. That kind of made me realize how my mindset is still kind of stuck in that corporate environment. I was just very uptight about what to wear, and even when I volunteered last week on the Friday, I wore what I considered a very casual outfit, and I was the most dressed up person there. I spent essentially the last 2 decades in this very conservative industry, and meanwhile there are all these other industries popping up with the advent of the internet and social media, all these creative spaces, and I mean, I'm sort of a part of it as well through YouTube, but really in terms of my professional life, I don't really have that broad of a perspective. So all of these different office environments I was exposed to, but I never really lived it. I tried to turn off all the lights so you can't see all of the clutter behind me, but the condo is an absolute disaster right now. It is so messy, partly because I've been packing, but also partly because I'm working on those projects and I have binders and papers everywhere. I have 2 laptops that I'm using for that, and then I have like this and that just all over the place. All the camera gear is everywhere because I've been vlogging daily. The one thing that I haven't had time to do that I really, really want to focus on in December and maybe even into January is cleaning up the condo. I want to remove everything from the shelves and do the whole reorganize again, do the dusting and the really deep cleaning of all of the shelves, under all of our furniture. All of that stuff is on my list. My very long list that I don't seem to be getting to. I am all set. I decided to do the red lip. I'm wearing all black. I'm running a little bit late, but I thought I would pop on here very quickly just to say thank you for watching this vlog. Hope you're all doing great, and I will see you very soon. Bye.